Don't be thrown off. What? Are we on?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I was like, hey, don't be thrown off if I lean over and get in your business.
Don't get in my business.
Are we live on air?
I don't know.
Look at that. Look at that. I said, hey,
by the way,
you've got to turn off. I think it's your thing because then it just dings out to the world. But I have no idea.
I did turn it off.
Who knows, Jabes? We're live.
I just want to let you know.
It's my birthday. It's my party.
I'm right next to you.
Yeah,
so,
I know you are.
So maybe today we do that. But
we tone it down a little bit.
I'm just saying I'm right next to you. We're not in a train station. We're just in a small room, and it's just you and I, you know?
But it's my birthday. It's my party.
It is your birthday, and it is your party. And I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And you're welcome for the watch that I gave you. I know how you like to tell everyone that you got it for yourself, but, you know.
This is a Timex, would you say it's partially gold, or is that
I think it's gold,
24 carats?
Gold plated.
I
think if a little bit of that gold flakes off, you're going to have a big hunk of aluminum under there.
There it is, kids. I get a Timex. For myself. I bought myself my own birthday gift.
Yeah.
Because no one knows me better than me. And I just want you to take a moment at home. Maybe Kaepernick it. Take a knee and think about me. Appreciate my birthday and all that I do for you guys, myself, and all my loved ones. I love you very much. Also, I have no internet right now on my thing.
Why?
So here's the Mac bullsnit.
No.
Bullsnit from the Mac is. The deal is this, Japes. I'm supposed to swap out computers with you. I got you another brand new computer. Kidding. I got myself that Mac that Giorgio recommended, the 13-inch Mac. And
he said, I like yours more. And I said, all right, take mine.
Hers is 16 inches.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah. I have, when it showed up, the little tiny Mac, I felt like a baby. Just, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And it looked weird. I'm a giant human being. Okay? I need a giant computer. I don't need a little baby computer. Ooh. So I can't read anybody's things right now, Japes, of whether or not I'm being wished a happy birthday. There has been a lot of people that have messaged me saying, hey, Ross, what do you want from your birthday? Because you already bought yourself a $36 gold Timex, is this Indiglo watch? And I said, I guess a Razer phone, right? But I can't stop you from donating money on YouTube to buy me a new flip phone. I can't do that, okay? I don't even know how much it is. You have internet right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you look and see what that is? Is our show up? Is it even on air?
I heard it is.
Okay.
I heard it is. I got it.
Go click the Drinkin Bros podcast.
I got it.
Not even close to it.
Yeah,
not even close to the channel right now.
We just need to change the thumbnail, guys.
Well, that doesn't start until the start started. Once the start happens, then the thumbnail changes. It's got to get going. Got to get the engines going there. But I cannot stop you from donating to get a Razer phone. How much is a Razer phone, Japes? I think it's $1,500. I think it's pricey.
Now, do you want a vintage or you want a new one?
I mean, they have the new one. The old one I can't really put on my fun videos and everything. Every year for my birthday, I make a self-congratulating birthday video for myself at STJames on Instagram, and I pop it up. Today's is no different. I found actual footage of my mom giving birth from me. So if you want to go and see that now, I put that up on my Instagram. I don't know how long Instagram is going to keep that up, to be honest with you. So I would hop on over there now and take a peek-sees at it, because I have a feeling that's going to be ripped down real soon. So just go to @STJames, and look at that video. It's really good, and I want to give a shout out to Joel Brenner who did it. The Razer phone. Oh, she found it. $11.99. So it was $1,500.
That's a lot for a Razer.
This phone was $1,500. And it's a piece of shit, this iPhone.
But this, I don't think, is a real Razer. I think when you lift
it up, that's the new one.
When you lift it up, it turns into exactly what you have now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But it's a flip phone. Like it flips open, same as the Razer. Okay. It's just, it's a screen and it's the whole thing. I cannot stop you from donating $11.99.99 to the thing. And I don't have internet or a way to see if you've actually made your goals. But I know this. I know for my birthday, since I have a new gold watch, nothing would look better if I just flipped open a new cell phone, and just flipped it open and started talking to it with my gold watch on. And here's what I would say to people in the street if they try to bother me on my new flip phone with my gold watch. I would say, back the fuck up. I'm doing stonks. I'm doing important stonks right now. I need you to back the fuck up, because I'm talking to my broker who's on the trading floor and they're doing stonks for me, Jabes.
Okay.
We're back, baby. The stonks are back. Stonks are back, and so is the Fed. They've shut down the markets 6 times since yesterday around 3 p.m. and then including 2 more times today. GameStop is through the roof. It is doubled overnight again. AMC, Diamond Hands, Laser Eyes also went up 40 or 50%. Like it was getting close to doubling. I got it at 5. I know this. It was around the 10-ish area before I left. Again, I have no internet or this computer. I might as well be looking at a home birth because there's nothing on it.
Do you want me to get your other one?
No, let's do this.
I mean, since we're at our house, I just kind of walk around and get you stuff. So do you want me to? Because it's right upstairs.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's Don't talk any shit about me while I'm gone.
I'm not going to, because I don't have the sponsors. I don't even know if they're one of them today. But I tell you this, because it was Jabel's birthday on the 23rd, and mine's on the 25th, we go hard as a family. We do birthday celebrations for the week, pretty much, and I am hungover. So I'm gonna, dude. I know you see this Core. I'm not sponsored by Core. I just enjoy the shape of their bottle, and it's like 2 for $3. So whatever, man. But take a tiny little sip, and then boom, I put a liquid IV in it, and that's how I start my morning after the coffee, because I got to get the engines going again. And bingo, bango, Dodge Durango. I get it on and popping, and that's the only way that I can rehydrate myself and talk about stonks. Go to liquidiv.com, by the way. Promo code Nooners for 25% off Liquid IV. I have no idea if they're sponsored today. No idea. Look at this, James. Is this the computer that I wanted? Is this the 16-inch? Yes. Look at this. Oh, that's nice, James. Oh, look at how big I am. Now I feel like a big boy doing big stonk things. Yeah, so I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to give her my little 13-inch Giorgio, fucker. I'm going to take this 16-inch and do all of the things.
I actually wasn't loving the 16-inch because I am smaller and I travel with it a lot. So I said, Giorgio, just get him a super tiny one, right? Like almost like a miniature like dollhouse one. And then he'll definitely, as he always does, ask for mine instead.
Yeah.
And so then we can switch. We all get what we want and everyone thinks it's their idea. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I'm only seeing maybe $15, $20 in the chat here for YouTube. Again, that Razer phone, if you want me to have it, is $11.99.99. I can't stop you from doing whatever. I don't control the internet. The internet controls us. And the stock market is definitely controlled by the government, who's trying to fuck you over out of money. By the way, top of the show, I want to get this out of the way here. We're stonking it up because I'm angry about it again. They're back. GameStop. AMC to the moon. Save me a fucking seat on that rocket to the moon. Okay. It happened again yesterday, and I was in the middle of it. Diamond hands. These aren't paper. These are diamond hands. Laser eyes, diamond hands. Once I got in there and got wet with it inside the market, once I put my market jeans on yesterday, got inside the market, they started shutting it down again. I don't understand how or why this is legal, Jessie. These are normal people that are trading, and immediately the Robinhood app, which is the biggest piece of shit app on the planet. I've had a lot of apps in my life that I thought were shitty, right? One was supposed to make myself look like anime, and it didn't. It was very basic. It looked a lot like myself from the pictures. I didn't look like an animated version of myself or a Japanese animated version of myself. And I thought that app was shitty. Like the worst I've ever had. Now, I'm going to say it's the Robinhood app. So immediately after this starts going on yesterday, first of all, they turned GameStop off about 15 minutes before the closing bell. And they were like, we're good on the day for that stock. Fuck off. Robinhood then puts up a tweet that says, hey guys, we're scheduling some maintenance for tomorrow. So we're going to be limiting stock orders. So if you are having problems, sorry for the inconvenience. What? That's the time you decided to blast that tweet out. That's the time you decided to fucking do your scheduled maintenance. You don't have any scheduled maintenance, you fucking liar. And it's this guy named Vlad who looks like this little fuck boy. Every time I see him, I'm like, man, that's the first guy you rape in prison. And as soon as I saw him, he said, I'm scheduled maintenance. Shut the fuck up. How is that guy not in jail? You've been saying this all the time. Again, I'm naive. I'm dumb. I'm admitting it.
That you're dumb?
Yes. And you've told me and the audience for years and years and years that we're controlled by the government and everything else.
Yeah.
And if you don't just accept it, then you're a fucking mindless loser. And I said, no, Jessie, you're wrong.
No, I'm not saying you're a mindless loser, but you will be unhappy. You will be stressed all the time if you don't just accept that. Because the Reddit thing, shutting the Reddit thing down, I didn't think of that. But that's why they're the masters of what they do, is because they think of all the different things. They go through the lawyers. They find out what they can do. They find out where they can go on the edge to absolutely fuck you. And they always will. And like I said, this whole Stonks thing, you can file under, news that like El Chapo's wife got arrested for drug trafficking.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can file it under news that's like,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Of course she did. That's what she does, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Somebody's in the message boards right now bitching that they're like, hey man, Craigers just gave me $100.
Craig!
It says since I got censored on here for my last super chat, here's $100. Happy birthday, Craig. Craig, I'm going to use it to get that flip phone. We're very close now. We're at like $200 for that flip phone. There was a couple people that were bitching inside of here saying, hey man, sorry you guys are butthurt. What is a normal person? Anyways, no, just normal humans, man, who aren't hedge funds. Like that's who I'm talking about. If you don't work at a hedge fund firm or some type of finance shit, you can't cheat your way around the system. You have to actually go through it like an adult. And the problem with it is if you can just turn off the market and stop these stocks at any point, then what are we really doing here now? I mean, we're starting to get into the Vegas territory. And I saw this on NBC this morning. Squawk on the Street. Kramer was fed up. He can't talk about this shit anymore, Jim Cramer. And it's like, hey, sorry, pal, that's your fucking job. And that's the world now. People have money. There's apps that are easy to trade stocks. And if you're just going to shut it down, then your advice means nothing. Unless you know in advance, Jim Cramer, that they're not going to stop the market on the stocks that you're suggesting, then shut the fuck up. Because what are we doing here? The guy on afterwards was like, hey, man, expect this to be the new world. There's going to be people that get together on Reddit or on fucking, Drinkin Bros or whoever and just decide to go in on a stock, and there's nothing you can do to stop it except shut the market down over and over again.
Yeah, I'm going to correct you on that because they can stop it. You're not going to like it. It's going to feel real unfair, but they're going to do it.
But what I will say is this. Before they did stop it, GameStop was able to drive up the price 100% yesterday in a couple hours. AMC was able to drive it up to 40 or 50% in a couple hours before they stopped. So if you were in it, whatever thing this was, and I know Dave Portnoy was talking about it last night, he was like, dude, how do I get on the inside to hit it at the right time to get all of the money in 2 hours? And a lot of people are doing it. If they just let this go and they didn't stop these stocks, all these people would be making fucking money. Now, when you want to get out of it is your own fucking deal at this point. But let people decide on their own. And I know one of the CNBC anchors this morning was bitching, saying, well, stock market is not like gambling. It's not like Vegas. And the guy was like, no, it is. And she was saying, no, it's not. You can invest in these companies and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, hey, man, if you can't disclose what's going to happen in the future at one of these places, yes, you are gambling on these companies. If I put money in a Delta and a Delta plane crashed today and 194 people were killed, that stock would go into the fucking toilet and I couldn't turn it off. So, yeah, it's fucked again. But to everybody who made money the last, last 24 hours, it's been rad. And again, diamond hands, laser eyes. I still think AMC theaters are going to open. It seems like a lot more people are getting vaccinated than I thought.
Yeah.
Like I talked to homies who were like, yeah, man, I got the fucking vaccination. And I was like, why?
How'd they get it?
There's lines open. So
Oh, yeah. So I did hear that I guess by the end of the day, if they didn't use up whatever they were allotted for the day because they've already unfrozen it. This is all very scientific terms, I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah.
So they've unfrozen it, and so they have to throw it away. So if you stand online, a lot of these hipsters are doing it in Brooklyn or whatever. If you stand online and they get to the end of the day, you have to wait there for hours, sometimes the entire day. But you can, if they're about to throw this stuff out, get a vaccination. So this, the Amanda Kloots, the girl that her husband or boyfriend, the Broadway actor, had a crazy reaction to COVID, like not normal at all. Healthy 40-year-old lost his leg, was in a coma. It was insane.
Yeah.
So anyway, she put a picture of her getting the vaccine on Instagram.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess she makes her whole life public, or else I would have said, why do you gotta post it though? Why can't you just get it?
All right. I'm gonna wait. Hang on. I'm gonna give her a pass. That was the most horrific COVID story of all time.
So this is the pass that I'm gonna give you. Just let me finish.
Well, for her.
I know that's the pass I'm gonna give her. I was just gonna finish that.
Gotcha.
But happy birthday. No. No, I won't be mean. I thought
you were just gonna gloss over the fact that she went through this horrific death, and you're like,
I wanted to go through the whole thing.
All right, go ahead.
So then she's in the car. She takes the picture. People backlash. Hate
for her.
So much hate. Oh, why did you get one before? You're not in the age group. You're not in why would you ever get one? I personally was like, leave this fucking chick alone, right?
Yeah.
First of all, she had someone in her life. She has a child now. She's probably living in fear of this shit because of what she's gone through. She should be able to get one. But what she ended up saying after was exactly that. Like, hey, dum-dums, just so you guys know, you can get one too if you want to wait like I did 16 hours, one day waiting for them to have an extra vaccine, and they had it, right? But also, leave her the fuck alone. Like you're saying, like, dude.
Yes.
Dude.
So to clear up a couple things, her husband died not just from COVID. I mean, he had COVID first, and then all these fucking weird complicated, like he had to get his legs amputated, and
there
were
clearly some underlying things, but what happened to him was insane.
But imagine you get COVID, right? And you're like, oh man, this is fucking brutal. If you're one of the people that was severely affected like that, and all of a sudden they take you in the hospital, like, sir, we're gonna have to amputate your legs, and you're like, okay, will I live? Yes, yeah, you probably will.
Yes,
we're gonna amputate
take your leg,
both your legs,
both of them now.
Amputate both of his legs. Wakes up out of this horrific surgery, has to deal with the mental fact that he doesn't have legs anymore. He's got children. He's a wife. He's a Broadway star. He probably dances really good. Now he doesn't have legs to dance. And then 4 or 5 days later, it's like, oh, we're going to have to place you in a medically induced coma.
Some kind of infection and whatever. And it just kept getting, and it lasted so long, and she was so positive, and it was just fucking crazy.
It was the most awful, like one of the most awful COVID stories I've heard, me personally, and I don't give a fuck if they let her skip the entire line, because the hell that she's been through all of that shit. I mean, it just kept getting worse for her. I don't give a shit. I'm surprised there was backlash. I didn't hear about that. Fuck them. Well, here's
there's
what,
always backlash.
Here's what I will say. So the Brooklyn, LA, a bunch of, New York City, Chicago, a bunch of these places, you can wait in line for the COVID vaccine like Jessie is talking about. And one of them was one of my best friends last night. And he was in Los Angeles. And I go, he's getting his second shot today, actually. So I was chatting with him last night for like an hour, going over some work stuff and some other things. And
sending dick pics.
Yeah. Just blasting dick pics.
Just blasting.
And so I said to him, I go, hey, man, when are you guys going back to work at the office? Because it's still shut down for COVID in LA. And he goes, man, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'll be back in there tomorrow. And I was like, how? What's because he owns the company. Mm-hmm. And they usually make you do all kinds of fucked up shit in LA. And he goes, I got the vaccine. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, how did you fucking skip the line? He goes, I didn't. I actually waited in the line. And I was like, what? And then he told me the same exact story where he was like, yeah, man, sometimes I have extras at the end of the night. And I go, how long were you in line for? 14 and a half hours.
14 and a half hours. And you can still get up there and not get one.
Correct.
And then you come back the next day. And so
wait. So I go, why did you do it? If that, like, I'm like, I know you. What the, like, you wouldn't wait in a line for 14 and a half hours. And he goes, bro, it has been almost a year of this bullshit. I just want to go back to work. And I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And again, that would be great if that's what they were telling us.
Yeah.
Get the vaccine, do your shit. They're saying get the vaccine, but still you're going to have to do all the same shit you've always been doing for 2 more years.
Thank you, Robbie Brenneman. $4.99. We're getting super close to that flip phone, that Razer flip phone that I need, the new one. A lot of people are asking about the hourglass, if this is actually timing the show. No, we just bought this to make our bedroom look nicer than it is right now. I don't know how long this is.
It's 30 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah, so we'll just do it twice.
We'll do it 3 times, 4 times.
Who
Bam!
Cares?
It's my birthday today.
And the sands of the hourglass. Yeah.
And these were the times of our lives.
Yeah.
But look, like Craig Dulesky, he's getting married this fall, right? I'm sure he's probably going to get the vaccination, although he doesn't want to. But he's like, hey, man, I want to have a wedding and do all the things and blah, blah, blah. I'm to the point where if I can go to an Ohio State game in the fall in the stadium, let's vax it up. After the stock market thing again today, if we are controlled by the government, exactly like you said, Jessie, and I'm starting to lean towards it, great. Shoot me up full of the fucking juice of tracking me or whatever the fuck is in there or whatever you're going to tell me is in there, just so I can go to a goddamn game again and get rocked.
The most recent evidence, if I need to keep giving you evidence for it, is the Cuomo thing.
Yes.
How magically they knew about all this stuff, but they couldn't go against Cuomo until Trump was out, right? But
yeah,
he's literally putting COVID positive patients into nursing homes. And right before he made that mandate, he made it so that the nursing homes could not be held liable for any deaths as a result of that. So as people were dying and then finding out this, they're thinking, okay, I need to take action against the nursing home.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Whoopsie.
We fucked you on that one too. And so I don't know how much more evidence I need to give you. I'll give it to you every day until you finally look to me and say, you know what? I've accepted my fate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start living my life.
I guess. Go ahead and jab me, man. At this point, if I can go to Ohio State game, fine. I like the Cuomo thing, and I apologize to all you Cuomo sexuals out there. I know there's a lot of you.
Quit.
With that thing, he's got to go down. There is no other way around this.
Oh, the New York Times.
If you're hiding data and deaths and all that shit, the grandma killer, The only problem with it is then you got Chris Cuomo, who's one of the highest paid anchors at CNN, who's been covering up for his shit. The two of them ran around for the last year like they were goddamn COVID heroes. What happens then? And then CNN will be forced to cover his brother's ousting and possible going to prison, because that's what it is. And now yesterday, I don't know if you saw this, one of his staffers came out and said that he's been making sexual advances towards her for years and asked her to play strip poker and some other shit.
Of course he did, but I never thought that there was anything different going on. Do you know what I mean? Like the nipple rings, his whole fucking shit.
Right.
I never thought, like, that didn't even enter my mind of things to like ding him on, because I think the real killing people and then touting himself as the new hero and calling it the war and he's the general of this whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I think that was a more egregious. Now, play strip poker or not, that's fucking up to you. But I think that is more, and New York Times just did a big piece on it. But the evidence that they had, and the reporter that was talking about it was talking about her reporting from many, many months ago, which means she knew it.
She knew.
Before Trump was out of office, but you can't.
They all
do
fucking
that.
knew. They all fucking knew. By the way, Richard Danoff says, here's $10. This is for Jabel's birthday. Ross doesn't need that damn phone. And DeWine said 30% on outside games come spring. All right. That's Governor DeWine in Ohio.
That's Richard Danoff.
Yeah,
right?
it's Big Dick Danoff. So 30% would be at Ohio Stadium. Shit, you're looking at 35,000 for the spring game. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
They're lifting restrictions. We get to drink till 11.
I know, right? Here? On my birthday.
Coop dog.
Chris Dupe says, ooh, you rich? More Jessie Asian speak. Lol, dude.
Oh, you're rich.
Look, we're halfway to that flip phone right now. Yes,
Oh
I need it, Richard Danoff. I need to be able to, if you're talking stonks and you got a gold watch, again, I hate to say it, got to have a flip phone to open up to show people that you're important and you mean a lot to the world. And no, I'm not going to apologize when I talk about all of my stonks and my gold Timex watch with the Uniglow feature on it. I'm not going to be embarrassed to open up my flip phone and tell you that I'm rich.
And you're with your watch.
Sorry, it's not gonna embarrass me. If people come up to me on the street and they're like, "Are you fucking rich? You're wearing a gold Timex and you got a flip phone?" Yes, I am rich, and I'm on the phone with my broker, who's going to put some papers in and make stonks happen. Jessica said, "Happy birthday, Ross and Jessie. My birthday is next Thursday. Congratulations! I knew you loved you guys for a reason. Let's do a huge DB birthday bash next year." We might do something this summer, actually. We're trying to work on like a live event. Now that Biden says COVID is over, and he has the vaccine and he's changed the world for all of us, we might do like a huge like outdoor like 4th of July barbecue or something. We have a location. It's outside of Austin, and we're chatting about that now. And that'd be cool because there's like stages for like bands can play and barbecue, and it's also covered. So
in case.
Let's face it, it's Texas in July. You don't want that sun beating your ding dong into the ground like that. I'll tell you a shitty birthday gift I got today though.
What?
Woke up, new Post Malone song out, and it was a cover, Jabes.
Yeah, but that's a present, right?
No, that is not a present.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, he's not good anymore.
He might have jumped the shark. Look, you steal a TV show from me and you lose $20,000 to me in beer pong. I think he's jumped the shark. If you haven't heard it, he recorded a cover of Hootie and the Blowfish. I almost had a hard time getting that last word out because I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's Hootie and the Blowfish.
Blowfish.
I only want to be with you. I only want to be with you. You duck my baby. He did that, but it's kind of like serious. Listen to it yourself. It's kind of serious where you're like, oh shit, you really tried.
Oh, he's totally serious.
So when you think you're that big that you can cover James, Reginald, Hootie, and Ricardo.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Joseph. And Stephen Blowfish. The Blowfish brothers.
Blowfish brothers.
If you think you were that famous to cover Reginald Hootie like that, James Reginald Hootie.
Yeah, why didn't they
the
go
Blowfish
with
brothers?
Why didn't they go with the Blowfish boys?
Don't know.
That is way better.
The
right?
Blowies. That's their fan base. Is the Blowies.
The Blowies.
The Blowheads. The Beaches.
I'm a big blowhead, dude.
I'm a fucking beach, dude.
I'm a hoot head.
So when I heard this, I thought to myself, is there enough rope in this house that I can hang myself? And then I remembered, it's my birthday. Let's not do that on your birthday.
Right.
Let's pick another day. Let's pick Indigenous Peoples Day.
Right. Or if it's your birthday, maybe you don't hang yourself. Maybe you take a bunch of drugs and die that way. Do you know what I mean?
Strangulation is the only way that I'm leaving this world.
Hootie and the Blow Boys. I like that name.
Yeah, and the Blow Boys. And I want to know why. I'm such a baby. Yeah, the dolphins made me cry. That's a real line from that song. Yeah. I'm such a baby. The dolphins made me cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Lyrical genius.
So Post Malone thought to himself, hey, man, I think a cover would be really necessary for that song.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Darius
It was
Rucker's
not.
still out there fucking killing his records.
Yes, dude.
So
Country superstar.
sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Feels a little bit weird. I would have loved like a Blues Traveler.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Man. But you gotta be able to play harmonica. Name a Blues Traveler song that doesn't have a harmonica. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Name a Hooters waitress that's got a college degree. Good luck.
Calm down.
No, look, I support those ladies, dude. I probably put some of them through college, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was the only sports bar open in Los Angeles. We were there a lot, Jabes. But no reason to do that, Post Malone. I don't know what's going to happen now with this next album or what's going on. A lot of people are saying, hey, because it definitely sounds like a new sound, right? It's kind of Jack Johnson-ish with like a auto-tune vibe, and you're like, why the fuck did you do that? You might have jumped the shark.
Yeah.
So don't steal fucking TV shows from other people, motherfucker.
Yeah. He's lost it a little bit, his mind. I mean, so
Yeah.
look.
So we'll see.
Do your thing. Go crazy in your basement. I don't know what you're doing, but let's get back to it at some point.
I'm such a baby, and the dolphins made me cry. We got some sponsors, James. Hammer the like button if you're watching on YouTube right now, so we can beat the algorithm. There was a very strange episode that we did of Drinkin Bros that has affected the algorithm of YouTube and Facebook. We did it last week with Jared was on the show and we did fake news right before I left town. I'll be back in the studio in Texas next week, by the way. And we got a bunch of big shows there. So this setup, you'll be able to see Jabe's lovely face there. But I will be there because we got some huge shows next week. We did this one where Jared walked us through how to turn off the privacy data tracking things on Facebook, right? Because that was part of the Senate hearing thing, and you were supposed to have the option to do it. You had to go through like 6 different screens to do it. Giorgio was actually the one who figured it out, Papa Giorgio, a producer, and he's a super nerdy tech guy, right? One of the best. He's a guy that can just figure out anything if you give him enough time, and very MacGyver-ish. He had a very, very tough time with this. And once we did it live on air, well, then the instructions were out there for the world, and the algorithm on YouTube has not been sweet, or Facebook, or all of the other things. And it's just, just those two, actually. Because Google's going through their own privacy issues, and they own YouTube as well. And I don't know what's happening, but hammer the like button. I guess it's the only way to fucking get through it. But, shit's getting wild. In the meantime, we got some sponsors to pay for the show to be on the air. Jabes.
Word up.
First and foremost is ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off a bundle package, James.
30% off everything.
Really?
Both.
Shit.
Yes.
For real?
For real, 30% off everything. You're going to have to put in promo code Drinking Bros at checkout to get that. But they also are still having their 40% off a adjustable base and mattress bundle package, which basically you're getting one of those things for free at that point. And if you're in Texas, maybe people are needing some beds. So give them a little look-see.
I am, and I want to give a shout-out to some Drinkin Bros who are helping out down in Texas with cleanup and all that stuff. We'll have them on the show next week. But I had to send in pictures for the insurance adjuster, and one of them is the master bedroom where you and I lay together every night in our ghost bed with the adjustable base, and it got ruined. Yeah, so the adjustable base is all smashed up, and they put the mattress
ceiling on top of it, right?
They put the mattress, I think, outside on the back patio just to dry out. Oof. Yeah. So gonna be needing a new one. Using my own promo code. As always, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. And you can couple all those deals in with that, and then just use the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Who do we got next, Jabes?
We have Harry's.
Oh shit, dude! Harry's.
You love a Harry's.
Well, they saved me during this whole thing.
Yes.
I got the kit, right? So it's $3 at Harry's, and it's while supplies last. I want to really emphasize this because we sell out of this shit. They sell out of it. It's amazing. It's basically like getting all your to-go like DOP kit stuff. So you get a razor. It's got this rubber grip handle on it. You get shaving cream, you get body wash, and then this little holder for the razor, and you're good to go. And it comes in this like super like nice like plastic bag, and you're like, oh fuck, and it seals up, right?
How much would you think that would be?
Like
if you went to Rite Aid, for example.
I would say if you were doing it on your own, probably $25, right? Somewhere in there.
If not more. The razors themselves end up being $24. I know I spend like $29 on razors.
Yep.
That whole kit that you just said is $3 at harrys.com/nooners, which is insane. HARRYS.com/nooners. So you get $3, and they're just doing this for a limited time. And by the way, it's free shipping. So if you don't like it, they're allowing you to turn it back in and get your $3 back. So you can do that if you want. If you're poor, yeah.
I would say this: just try it out. And then take it with you as your travel bag and be like, all right, sweet, wherever I'm going to go and do this, it's $3 and that'll save you a trip to wherever. What's the rest of it there? Well,
I mean, if you go to Harry's and you use our thing, you keep using, it's $2 a refill. I think this is insane.
Really?
It's just like it's a really good razor. I'm not going to name another company like this, but you guys can put it in your head who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The quality of the razor is not that great. Yes, it's cheap, but you are getting cheap. This is actually really good shit.
It's great.
And it's super affordable, really good quality. But for a limited time, Harry's has an exclusive offer for listeners of my show. New customers can get a Harry's starter set and free body wash for just $3 at harrys.com/nooners. That's over a $16 value for just $3. You get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, a travel cover, and a travel size body wash. It's incredibly great deal, but act fast while supplies last.
I told you they sell out, dude. I think we had them on last year, and it was such a great product. It sold out, and then we never heard from them again. I was like, oh, was that too many people that were getting this?
It looks cool. It kind of looks like bespoke too. Like it's gonna look very
super
expensive
nice.
as well. Yeah. Harrys.com/nooners. Redeem your offer now.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Como se dice Babel.
Oh, is it Babel?
It is Babel.
BABBEL.com. I want to clear something up here.
Okay.
If I may.
Okay.
A lot of people were like, hey, man, somebody said you had a sponsor issue, which I did, with a crazy solo show I did. It wasn't Babel. It was not Babel, by the way. It was somebody else.
Okay.
It was somebody else. So a lot of people were writing in Babel. I was like, no, Babel's fucking rad. It was not Babel at all. It was somebody else. All I'll say is it's somebody you wouldn't guess. And I'll leave it at that. But it was not Babel. Babel was great. Babel was like, hey, man, fucking go nuclear. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our marketing girl was like, hey, since we won't be able to go out to Texas, maybe we could all go to Miami and you can use Babel because she's full on like speaks Spanish fluently.
Who's that?
Araceli.
And
Amber. And so they were
Amber
like,
too, huh?
Yeah. And she was like, they were like, you do need to use Babel though and use their 15-minute, learn Spanish. And by the time we actually go to Miami, I think I will be at least able to keep up in restaurants because it's very conversational. They're teaching you things that you would need and not and like real conversation, not necessarily like, these big words are conjugating and all this, right? It's conversational, easy, 15 minutes. Babel is designed with practical real world conversations. You guys know Babel. We've talked about them before. Right now when you purchase 3 months of a Babel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months. I'm just thinking of your ad. So that's 6 months for the price of 3. Just go to Babel.com and use promo code Nooners. That's BABBEL.com, code Nooners, for an extra 3 months free. Babel, language for life.
Look at that. This isn't a half hour, by the way.
It has to be.
I'm going to turn it over again. I don't really care how long the show goes. I go until I feel like it. I go until I fucking feel like it.
Don't worry about that.
So to cap this off, by the way, the solo shows are super out of control, and I mean, Jesus Christ.
So we've moved them to Patreon.
Yes. So what I want to say is this: I've moved those solo shows to Patreon. So they don't take us off of every platform of all time.
Yeah.
And it's the Drinkin Bros podcast Patreon. It's like $1 or $5 a month. I'm going to do one extra show. So I started a separate one just called just a separate podcast where it's just me fucking going off for an hour by myself called Ross Patterson Uncirced. That's where I'm putting the skin back on my dick because at birth, I was not given a choice of whether or not I wanted to be circed or not. Mm-hmm. And I now think that I want the extra inch. So I put that on. It is an uncut show, unedited, where I go ham. The first episode came out last night around midnight, and I think I said Tiger Woods was dead, and that you guys should all start the grieving process now. There's some other really fucked up shit in there. And so if you want that, go there. And what I said in the description on there, because I've got a ton of messages today, and they're like, hey, man, please put this on other platforms. Please. I got a call from a sponsor this morning who said, I will sponsor that show if you go live with it on normal feeds, and you can say whatever the fuck you want about the product. And if you just put this
on Patreon
out into the world. No. He said, just put it up on a regular feed.
Oh, okay.
Regular RSS feed like iTunes, all that other stuff. He's a fan of like Tim Dillon, and he goes, dude, I think it's you, Tim Dillon, and maybe Bill Burr that go that aggressively hard against shit, where it's that out of control. And he goes, I will sponsor it. I will pay for it. And I was like, let's see how it does. It exploded last night. Let's see how it does for a couple weeks, and then I'll get back to you. But there is a possibility that the Ross Patterson Uncirced, just one show a week, obviously, because we do a million of them, will go up on a regular feed because I did get a very, very big sponsor call me.
Okay.
This morning was like, hey, man, I will literally let you say whatever you want. And I was like, Casey Anthony. Yes. OJ. Yes. I mean, I went through like serial killers, murders, like you name it. And they were like, say whatever you want. I just think it's rad and I think it would be hilarious. So I was like, all right. So we'll see how it goes. But go to Patreon, Drinkin Bros podcast Patreon. That's up live. The first episode started last night. And
we do have one more really quick. You mentioned in the beginning of the show, one of your faves.
Yes.
We're going to be using it. We used it after my birthday. We're going to have to use it after your birthday as well.
Oh, you were gone.
Liquid IV.
Dude, I poured it into the drink.
Oh,
That's how I get the fucking day started every day.
Had to.
Yes.
Had to. We love Liquid IV. If you guys don't know who they are, you need to check them out at liquidiv.com. Basically, it's everything you need. Hydration is one of the biggest things that's going to make you tired, make you sick, make you low energy, gain weight, all of these things. So if you are not really wanting to drink that much water, just put one of those packets in there. That bottle right now is going to hydrate Ross 2 to 3 times faster and more than if he just drank the bottle on his own. We love it. Strawberries are favorite. So grab strawberry liquid IV or other great flavors in bulk nationwide at Costco. Don't go to Costco.
Don't go to
just
Costco.
Get it
you can't get a fucking promo code, dude.
Get it from us. 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Nooners at checkout. That's 25% off everything you order when you use promo code Nooners at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today at liquidiv.com. Promo code Nooners. And it's important to say real quick that they have donated 4 million servings in response to COVID to veterans, active military, first responders, and food banks. So we love them. Do good. Be hydrated.
Let's see here. Terry says, happy birthday, Jabes and Ross. Get you some fresh stonks for $10.
Oh.
And I better see a Razer on the upcoming show soon. I think we're like $400 away from the Razer.
You said it, so you've got to get one now.
Jacob Nicholas saying GameStop is now at $182. I'm going to fact check that real quick because if that is true, that would be amazing. Sorry, as we said at the top of the show, this is not my computer yet. We're gonna swap it out soon, and it will be. But if that is true, that means the market reopened for that. Yep, and they are up 82 points. Oh my God.
Wow.
It is up 90% today alone. It was up 100% yesterday.
Dan,
that is up,
Dirty Dan, are you still in this? Is he still in the game? Is he still diamond hands?
Yeah, I think so. We're all diamond hands.
Okay.
But maybe think about selling now. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money.
He was very enthused about it. So
yeah.
think of him as the...
That is a lot of money. My God, man. That's great. Good. Fuck these people. I'm amped. I don't know how they can keep shutting it down over and over again. What could you possibly say on any of these shows then if you're a financial advisor? Hey, man, give us your money to put in a stock. Yeah, but what about that GameStop one where they just kept shutting it down? Will that happen to my stocks? No. Can you guarantee that? No. Well, then why the fuck would I give you my money? Invest in local businesses and shit like that, dude. Or make your own fucking business, man. Do that rather than put it in the stonks market. Unless you're going to beat the system like this, then it's fucking awesome, dude. AMC is up as well. All of these are up as well. All of these Reddit stocks are up, and this is fucking awesome.
Ruben, calm down. So he said Ross has to close all the bondage videos that are still up in order to look for the stonks.
Yeah.
It's Jesse's computer. People are confused. They're like, wait, Jesse's the one into bondage. Don't worry, guys.
I would tie you up, Jessie, and do all of those things if you had time.
I know.
You were sleeping last night around 8:30.
Ugh.
Otherwise, I would have tied you up and kicked the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I would have Army hammered you with a Boy Scout knife.
We all know I'm into certain things in theory, but do not have time for them in practice, such as being a lesbian and bondage.
There is a crazy story that broke this morning that I wanted to chat about, which is the wildest shit ever, to the point where you're like, is that made up? Because there's no way this happened. Lady Gaga has a dog walker, as a lot of celebrities do. Mm-hmm. Someone came up and shot the dog walker and then took her French bulldogs. She's now offering $500,000 in reward. LAPD's robbery homicide division has taken over the case and is tasked with investigating high-profile cases like this. It says Lady Gaga's dogs were targeted by thieves who shot her dog walker and stole 2 of her French bulldogs. And it's Lady Gaga saying, I'm offering $500,000 for the return of the dogs, no questions asked.
No question asked about the murder?
Well, what if it's the murderers who turn in the dogs? Did they get the money?
It would be, right? No questions asked.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that dog walker. I care more about the dogs. I don't need to know any information about the murder of the dog walker.
Is the dog walker dead?
I mean...
it says the dog walker had 3 of Gaga's bulldogs out in Hollywood just before 10 p.m. I'm surprised she's living in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, that should be out in Malibu. Like, you're fine there. When one of the gunmen, and possibly more, came up to him, we don't know what was said, but the dog walker was shot, and the gunman made off with two of the dogs named Koji and Gustav. So if you're out there,
is he dead?
I don't know. I don't want to get to that yet. I want to focus on the dogs' names because she's not offering $500,000 for who shot her dog walker.
No.
She's offering that money for the dogs.
Yeah.
And the fact that she went and told you that the names were Koji and Gustav tells me that she wants you to go walking through the streets screaming out Koji and Gustav and see if the dogs will bark and potentially answer your calls.
Right.
I don't know anything about the dog walker's name. They don't have his name. They've got a picture of him, but he's in a COVID mask, so we can't really see him. Unfortunately, today is not about him.
No.
He was only the guy that got shot. Lady Gaga's dogs were stolen.
Huh.
So the guy doesn't have a name.
We don't put his name in there.
Not important.
Lord knows.
He's not famous.
Lord knows.
He's just a dog walker famous. But it says here, one was taken and one escaped.
Oh.
And was later found. Holy shit. All right. Thank Christ. Because there was 3 fucking dogs, dude. If they would have taken all 3, Lady Gaga would be dead today.
Yeah.
She would have taken her life. Mm-hmm. One dog escaped, so she has that dog. Now, the other 2 were taken by the gunman. The third dog ran away, which is smart.
Yeah, that's what dogs should do.
Very smart. Again, know nothing about the guy who is walking the dogs yet at this point.
Not important.
I'm halfway through this article. So Gaga's been in Rome working on a new movie. And it's her bodyguard who was seen picking up the recovered bulldog. So that's not even the person who was shot. This could be a lady. The dog walker, it's usually a female or a gay guy.
Yeah.
Hollywood. We still don't know who that is. The dog walker was taken to the hospital, and we're told he's expected to fully recover.
Okay.
All
there
right.
you go. We had a tiny blurb of that. Very bottom.
All the way at the bottom of the article.
Very bottom.
Super proud of that. Gunman's still on the loose. Still don't know what the dog walker looks like because there's about 84 pictures of Gaga in bed with her dogs.
Yeah.
She's not wearing clothes in a lot of these, which is, look, those are the pictures you need. Mm-hmm. Again, not about the guy or the lady who was shot. It's about the dogs at this point.
But yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, it just said he is expected to fully recover.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe he is in transition, and that's mighty presumptuous of you to assume his gender.
True.
It's presumptuous for everyone here to do that,
True.
James, and we don't do that here. I am non-binary. I'm a non-binary man. It's my birthday.
We know.
And we're not assuming genders. I don't know what process he or she was, if he is in the process or she just switched. It could be an Elliot Page type sitch.
Sure. Or any other number of, transgender.
Elliot Page is the first one that comes to mind.
Sure.
She's famous.
Got it.
And that's all that we really care about on this show is fame. I don't care about anything else. Yeah. But I also don't want to assume people's genders anymore. So it could have been a lady who transitioned to a man, or is kind of still in between, and then they're just searching for that dong.
Okay, so then the boss got his case got dropped.
Who's boss?
The boss.
Who's boss, James?
Your boss. Your boss, Spruce Springsteen. Prosecutors decided to dismiss.
Yeah, they did. Were you surprised by that? It was a $540 fine.
I was
surprised
for Bruce by him getting arrested in the first place. I go, where are the people in Jersey that will
arrest Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, like who is
man.
That person? Is he like a young rookie cop that was not born in the USA or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think he finally got his justice when he went to court and he went, hey, brother. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know me. I'm fucking Bruce. And then he got...
I think he showed up with an acoustic guitar And because he was in court yesterday.
Yes.
And I think he just showed up and played a song about the working man. Sketch on what?
The courtroom sketch.
Of Bruce Springsteen?
It's awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made him look like old as shit, super. It was weird. But anyway.
He's a working man.
So when the actual details came out, because after the court case, they can actually do that.
Right.
He had a .02.
He did.
Okay.
The boss didn't really deserve that. But
that's insane.
Here's the weird part about it. He did fail like 9 sobriety tests. I will say this too. When I looked at the sobriety tests that they had given him, one of them that he failed was they asked him to walk 19 steps and then turn around on his right foot and walk back toward the cop. Come on, man. I can't do that fucking sober.
Right.
That's so dumb. But there was some listeners that hit me up and they were like, hey, man, Bruce Springsteen has actually been stopped for drunk driving like 8 or 9 times in New Jersey.
I'm sure.
One of them was a cop who hit me up and was just like, hey, man, but it's Bruce Springsteen, so we let that shit slide.
Yeah.
It's fine, whatever. He's the working man.
Yeah.
You don't arrest the working man in New Jersey. I still believe, even though I hate Bruce Springsteen now and all of his bullshit, and his metal lunchbox that he takes to work in the coal mine every day, I still believe in you should be above the law if you do something great for a really shitty state.
Yeah, if you're the golden boy of a like shitty state, like, yeah.
And I'm, by the way, not shitting on the New Jersey, the people in New Jersey. I had a house in New Jersey. I spent every summer of my childhood in New Jersey. I'm not shitting on it, but I'm able to see Jersey for what it is. Shot a couple of films there, and one was really dangerous. Shot a TV show there in Patterson, which is not the namesake you're hoping that your city is named after, James. Mm-hmm. That's all I will say. Mm-hmm. That's all I will say. I think I was the only white person that day.
Good for you.
But I'm a working man. And everybody was cool with just me hanging out, doing whatever the fuck I was doing there. We did some wild ass shit there that day.
Right.
I think too, they were also cool that I threw $5,000 out of a limousine.
Yeah.
It was part of a sketch, but the money was real. MTV paid for it. And everybody was like, oh shit. And I gave out, I was in the middle of the ghetto, and I gave out 20 cases of free champagne at, I think it was 10 a.m. We shot that sketch. I threw $5,000 out the window, and everybody was magically cool with me.
Yeah.
But there was a point where inside the limo, the white executive in her late 30s at MTV was like, please get us the fuck out of here. They're going to kill us all.
Right.
She said that.
Sure. She said that. Yeah.
I'm a working man. Yeah, so get the boss getting off on a, $540 slap on the dong. Whatevs, man. I'm fine with it. It's just the rest of his shit. Interestingly enough, though, seconds after he got out of court, Jeep, who had spent $30 million on that commercial, by the way, said we were reinstating the ad and we're going to start airing it again on all of the platforms. So, if you want to see Springsteen and the working man healing the country with Joe Biden, relax. It'll be on your television soon. And with that, Jabes, it'll also teach you how to drive with the top down in a Jeep Wrangler in the dead of winter. That was my biggest takeaway from that.
Yeah.
Because there was snow on the ground. And Bruce was like, no, I don't need a top on this one.
Yeah.
I want to drive it. I want to drive it without the top on. So there you have it, kids.
There you have it.
Get your Jeep commercial back. And Biden solved the world. He solved all of our problems. And everything is great. Everything is fucking great. He said he invented the vaccines, though, yesterday, and that was a little troubling to me.
Yeah, but he's been saying that the whole time.
Well,
unfortunately, the previous administration didn't have anything in place. Whoops.
Yep, you got it on December 1st, Joe.
Whoops.
There was another guy in there.
Yeah.
So wasn't him. And you got your second vaccination on January 7th. So again, you were still Still not president then. Somebody else was. Somebody else got the vaccinations who will never get credit for any of that stuff. But, you know.
Yeah.
It's where we are, James.
Can I ask your thoughts on a pop culture thing? The Shailene Woodley interview?
Yeah. Did you have to word it so weirdly like that?
Yeah, sorry.
Can I ask your thoughts on a pop culture
Well,
thing?
I'm stupid.
No.
And you know that.
The Shailene Woodley
Don't
thing
act like
is
you
the
don't.
weirdest thing of all time.
Okay, so that interview in particular, the timing of their engagement, everything's a little bit, and then that interview on Jimmy Fallon, we watched it together.
Yeesh.
And many things about it struck me weirdly. What did you think about the whole...
I felt like I was being punked.
Yes.
And
I don't know anything.
She kept calling Aaron Rodgers, who's one of the greatest football players of all time, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Super Bowl winner.
Yes.
Just won the MVP, by the way, this season.
While they were apparently together.
Yes.
And engaged. She said they've been engaged for a while.
She called him numerous times in this interview a football guy, and I don't know much about, I didn't know he was like a football guy.
Yeah.
Like one of those football guys. And they were like, do you know anything about football? She goes, I don't know anything about football.
So she said,
I didn't know he was like a big football guy. I don't really watch it. I don't know anything about the football.
It was just a bit much. Like if you had one comment like that, and it's okay for girlfriends or whatever to not be super into it. We don't all need to be a Giselle, right? But she took it to another level where even people that aren't super into sports were like, I mean, girl, that just kind of seems like you don't even fucking like him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I never thought I'd be engaged to someone who threw balls for a living.
That's what she said.
Yeah. And then she goes, I knew he was I'd never been to a football game. I've never watched a football game. And I've never been to one of his. I don't know him as a football guy. I never knew what kind of football guy he was.
Yes.
But I guess he's the greatest. My family keeps telling me to watch this YouTube videos of his greatest
football
plays,
guys.
Whatever.
Yeah, being a football guy.
And she was like, I still haven't watched it. So what I got from this interview is she hates him. She hates what he does. She's embarrassed to be with him. But, she's doing it.
So
it's just something to do.
What she
she's
said.
She's going to do that big joke forever. It's going to be a big fucking thing she's going to play out forever.
Yeah, and what she said last night was, I know him as a big nerd.
A big nerd.
And his dream is to host Jeopardy. I was like, cool, man. But he's also won 3 MVPs in a Super Bowl, and it's Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Yeah.
What I can't figure out, though, in all sincerity, and I guess I'm a little biased because I work with her, and I in the past, and I know her, was the Olivia Munn thing. Rad at the games, cheering, fucking all in bro. She's like a fucking bro, right? Where you were just like, great. That makes total sense, right? To go from her, who I think he was engaged to Shailene Woodley, who probably eats only granola, vegan, the football guy, doesn't know anything about football, doesn't watch the games. That would anger me so much if I was with somebody that didn't know what I did for a living.
Yeah. Or didn't even watch it, didn't even understand what the profession was, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what if you were with someone that was like, I don't know what podcasts are. I guess they I don't know, they're fun little things you do in your garage and make no money, but I don't know, I guess he's a podcast guy, and you're just like, I mean,
yeah.
Have you guys ever talked?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever even been in the same room? I feel like maybe they started this whole relationship over Zoom and kind of maybe cyber sex, and now he's starting to hear oh shit, that's not a great look for a football guy, as you call it.
I just want to go over a quick timeline, okay? By the way, this means nothing. Just nothing. I'm just holding it.
Well, you keep
shaking
holding it
a lot,
and shaking it.
Well, because I'm a baby and this is my rattle.
Move your hand. It's
I'm a
coming
baby
out,
and
dude.
this is my rattle. I don't care that it's coming out.
Like the sands of time.
That doesn't dictate my life. But I want to walk you through a timeline of Aaron Rodgers' girlfriends and the whole shit, right? We'll start off with the Munster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dating her, that seemed like a dream couple together, and because he's funny, she's funny, they're both good looking,
Yeah.
successful. That relationship made total sense, right? Out of nowhere, he breaks up with her. His brother ends up on The Bachelor. He says he has no relationship with Aaron, and Aaron has no relationship with the family for some reason. Don't know why. Brothers seem cool. I can't figure that one out. She does an interview where she says, I'm pretty positive that somebody I used to date in the past is gay. A lot of people assumed it was Aaron Rodgers. She didn't say. She kind of left it at that. Then he starts dating Danica Patrick, the NASCAR driver who was awful at NASCAR driving. She was terrible just driving left for miles and miles and miles.
Better than Tiger.
Well,
just saying.
Tiger won something at least. He was a champion. Danica Patrick won one race. I apologize. She won one Formula One race, which is great.
He just can't drive.
Because she's a girl.
Don't let him drive.
No, he shouldn't be fucking driving. But she looks a little manlier, a little more dudish. It's kind of attractive.
Interesting couple. I was very surprised by that.
But it was two high-powered athletes where you're like, all right, fine, that makes sense, but it's kind of dudish or whatever, and blah blah blah. Right? Doesn't work out. Aaron breaks up with her, and then this Shailene Woodley thing pops up, who she knows nothing about him magically. He's fine with that, and they got engaged during COVID. I don't know when they spent any time together or when they met. His season just wrapped up like a month ago.
Yeah. So him and Danica broke up in July of last year. Yeah. So you were able to get in some other weird relationship
during
to the
COVID.
Point where you're engaged now.
Yep. You're the football guy to her. And
she still hasn't taken a little look-see at your highlights. Just saying.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a real relationship, or it's one of those like convenience relationships where it's like, hey man, I'm gay. I just need a sweet beard. And it's like,
maybe.
Oh, well, I don't really care about having sex with people. So
maybe
let's get together and do that thing.
Yeah.
I have a friend who dated her, and I asked him. I said, hey, what's the fucking story with her? She was like, man.
She smells.
Yes. She's a fun, dirty little hippie. And he goes, look, man, it's a fun, weird time when you're going to test that out, but you're not marrying somebody like that. And that wasn't going long term. But he goes, it was a fun, weird time where it just didn't really matter, you know?
I will say
the bedroom stunk a little bit.
Sure. It was a little oily. Everything was a little oily, right? There was a sheen of oil everywhere. Hair, skin, whatever. Fine. Then we put more oil on top of that, only smelly type oils, and all the oils go together, and then your natural smell with the oil. But she's also doing this thing that's a big trend. That's how Hilaria Baldwin and all these other people. Hillary, sorry.
Yeah.
Hillary, whatever her name is. Something super white. But anyway, they do this thing that I guess some memo went out that guys of that stature like it when girls don't know anything about them, right? And it was this big memo that went out to all women that were thirsty for a famous person. And like I said, Hillary tried it. There's all these other girls. Oh, Megan, right? And now Shailene. She knows what the fuck football is.
Yep.
You loser. You know who the fuck Aaron Rodgers is, you idiot. But it gives them some sort of power or upper hand if they go, I don't even know who you are or what you do. And it goes sometimes to a place of disrespect, right? Of like, hey man, it's really cool if you're not fangirling over me or you're like only with me for this, but you have to at least a little bit admit that you live in the world and you have eyes that work, right? And ears.
Yes. And for me personally, like if you don't know what your significant other does, what their interests are, or what they do for a living, that is troublesome in a relationship. I've been in a couple very, very short-term relationships. I'm talking 2-3 dates tops.
You dated other people?
Yeah. Weird.
Wow.
And did you?
On your birthday.
You used to fuck a guy in tents, like out in the woods, the nature pimp. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Not completely by choice. I mean, it wasn't rape, but gosh, it wasn't fun. But that's how it was back in the day. Before Me Too, it would be like, man, I don't really like it.
But I guess I'll just lay here, starfish it.
Carry on.
But there was a couple relationships where I was in, again, 2-3 dates tops, where they were like, you're an actor? I don't care. That's a dumb job. I guess I'll watch something you were in or whatever, but I don't really fucking care about it because what I do is way more important than you. And that's essentially what Shailene Woodley is saying to Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
I'm a famous actress and I don't give a fuck that you play football.
That's what it was.
And throw balls.
That's a good point. That's what I was trying to make is like it borderline disrespectful and it borderline those girls that you see that almost are putting down their boyfriend or husband. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's in the office like a loser or whatever.
Yeah.
He travels all the time, and you're just like, no, I know you think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're trying to make a joke for Jimmy Fallon, but it came off bad. And I wonder what he thought of it. She hasn't been talking since then.
Weird.
So, and all the articles are like, that interview raised way more questions than it did answers, right? Like, we now are like, is this real?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, because
you guys ever met? Like,
I know what happens in these situations, right? The dude will overcompensate to try to prove what they do and how that they're important and people know who they are and all that other shit. And then you just look at this person and you're like, oh, well, everything you think about me is that I'm the dumbest person alive. My job is dumb and you know nothing about me, nor do you care. So fuck off. And that's exactly what's going to happen with this relationship. I don't even know that it's fucking real. But, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers wanted to take a walk on the wild side and
also
get dirty.
Also, when she was talking about the engagement.
If he's straight.
So, yeah, right. I think he's asexual and she's fine with that because she doesn't want to be touched. But
maybe.
Don't touch me, right? Love you. Don't touch me. So she's fine with it. The other thing is when Jimmy Fallon was talking, oh, are you engaged? Is it congratulations in order? She was so like, She was like, well, it's not really like news for us. So I don't know. And you're like, oh, so you're not excited about the engagement.
Yeah.
Because you're so different. You're so different. You're in big blockbuster movies. You have millions of dollars. Like you do red carpets. But you're so different. You just don't really get excited about engagements. You don't know about football guys. You're a loser. And you stink.
Yeah. The other part that I can't figure out is, so I think he wants to get in a podcast, by the way. And this is a serious statement.
He should maybe.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's very dry and he's very funny. And everybody who has played with him over the years, we're like, look, I don't really know him in real life. But we're in the locker room, when we're out on the field and shit, he'll say like the worst horrific shit to you, and it's really fucking funny.
He'll like grab your dick and stuff.
Yeah, and just kind of
super
and put
fun.
it in his mouth and be like,
I know, and I'll be like, I'm so funny.
Fuck
what a
you,
joke.
dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, want to fuck like just for a joke?
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Would it be weird if we kissed? No, but everybody says he's pretty funny, and but it's like super dry humor.
Right.
And then he wants to have a podcast. He's been doing Pat McAfee's show every Tuesday for months now at this point, right?
Oh, I like it.
Yes. And I like him with McAfee. McAfee is a fucking bro, though, like us. And I can't imagine that Aaron Rodgers isn't a fucking bro if he's on McAfee every Tuesday and they're not bros. Therefore, how are you dating the one girl that is fucking anti-bro in the world?
Right. Yeah.
Or engaged. You're engaged to this fucking hippie loser that is...
I think they confused their mutual love for Jeopardy in the quarantine as love, right?
Yeah.
They got real confused, I think. And now they're a little bit back in the real world. He was playing, he was throwing the balls around and being a football guy. And she was still at home living the same exact life she's always lived.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Quarantined, no hot water, whatever it may be.
Water birth.
Yeah.
She looks like a water birther. Like it was a natural sitch and her mom had her in a fucking bathtub at home.
Birth. She
A
does not
clawfoot
have
bathtub.
Harry's. She would never order Harry's. Do you know what I mean?
/Nooners.
/Nooners because no need.
She doesn't
right?
shave.
A no need.
Yeah.
Yeah, we braid that bitch. I have a crime corner. Are you,
Do you really?
interessanted?
I'm actually impressed. And here's why. We switched computers. I didn't even know you used one, to be honest with you, because we're sitting on this is the first time we've been sitting on the same side of a desk before. I just thought it was turned off the whole time. Not only do you have a computer, but you also have a crime corner pulled up on the backup computer. Yes, I would love to hear a crime corner. Crime corner. Crime corner.
Crime corner. Okay. So I'm going to let that comment go only because it's your birthday.
Speaking of which, Gigi just said 6969.
Oh my
Happy birthday to the
God.
Queen and King. Thank you for keeping our spirits up. XOXO. Thank you so much, Gigi. And I think we're like $200 away from the fucking flip phone. So on the next episode next week, if I have the Razer flip phone, you know why. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. This comes from Detective Jay Zamora. Good work, Detective. 2 women dressed as grannies to get COVID-19 vaccine in Florida were arrested. Okay. So 2 women tried disguising themselves as grannies. It's a shame that we're not in studio and Hot Bob can't pull up the picture of these 2 gals in a failed attempt to get a second dose of COVID-19 vaccine, Florida health officials say. So yesterday we realized a couple of young ladies came dressed up as grannies to get vaccinated for the second time. Director of the Florida Department of Health in Orange County, Florida, said during a press briefing Thursday, so I don't know how they escaped the first time because they've already gotten one as grannies.
Yeah.
So they got caught when they showed up the second time as grannies. And I wonder if they maybe got a little sloppy with their makeup or the wig or something and were found out, whereas the first time they really took time to dress up as grannies.
it was the Pfizer vax because that's the 2-shot one. So they were coming back for the second shot. Maybe they're like, hey man, first shot was cool, man. We don't have to really put the effort in on the second one.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to us, right? Like the women showed up at the Orange County Convention Center wearing bonnets, gloves, and glasses. So it's not even like a normal old lady. I mean, they really went theater,
like
stage,
a shawl,
makeup. Yeah, the bonnet.
Yeah.
What old ladies wearing a bonnet, glasses,
a lot of them
white gloves, pearls.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm just here for my
I just
vaccination
love
shot.
this story so much because they may have just been like, oh shit, let's just fucking try this. And if it doesn't work, I mean, we've got pictures and stuff. It's funny. And then they got it, right? So they were like, oh shit, this actually fucking worked. Now we got to go back for the second one. And the 2 had valid vaccination cards from their first shot. But on their second attempt, there were issues with the driver's license. And deputies issued the 2 women trespass warnings after their dates of birth did not match those they had used to register for the vaccines. Now, that sounds like a little sloppy move on their part.
It does, but I will say this. If they were good enough to get through the first round, if I'm that nurse, it's a very Springsteen, New Jersey thing. I let it go because you're in Florida, and this is what Florida people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, give them the second vaccinate. Give them the second shot.
I'm guessing... Don't you think they did? I mean, they're not saying if they did, but if you're there and you've gotten the first one and you have your card there, I mean, they had to begrudgingly like vaccinate them, right? Like, I mean, shit, we're not going to just leave you with one vaccine. We've gotten this far. You're getting arrested.
Yeah.
But we're going to give you, you know what I mean? The vaccine.
I hope they got that second shot.
They had to have.
I hope so.
That would have been
really
crazy.
So.
It'd be crazy if they didn't. But I really love the effort. I love the fun little, I love the bonnet type thing. I love the whole ridiculous dressing up and having it work, right?
Yeah.
So
it's kind of amazing.
It's kind of amazing, although they're kind of touting it as like, do you know what you did? You stole a vaccine from someone that really needed it.
Who cares? Who cares? It's about the lie.
Course.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just about the premium content. I hope that there was some kind of video and it's going to be up somewhere, edited beautifully, and on somebody's Patreon because I fucking love it.
I was looking for the Stonks update here real quick to see where we're at. Yeah, AMC is up 11% today. Where's fucking... people were probably going on GameStop, dude. GameStop. Yeah, still up 89% today.
Oh my gosh. I guess apparently I got a message that Dan had to pay rent.
What do you mean?
That's all I got from Giorgio. Dan had to pay rent.
Oh, next door. Yeah.
Oh, no, I was saying with his stocks, but we'll see. I don't know.
Oh, Dan Register. Fake Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, call him Fake Dan, dude. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I was talking about him earlier.
No, dude,
so
it's Fake Dan. It's Fake Dan, Real Dan. So that's what we do here.
It's not Dairy Dan?
He had to pay rent, so did he sell?
That I don't know.
Paper
but that's
hands?
the only...
Paper Hands Dan?
That's the only message I got, and I don't want to out him.
And
And maybe Giorgio was joking.
I don't, if he, Giorgio, say in the message boards if that was real or not, because then Paper Hands Dan is a great name. And that was off the cuff, but Paper Hands Dan is
Papa
really
G,
good.
Dan sold to pay rent. Paper Hands.
Oh,
outed by your boy, dude. Outed by your boy.
Hands Dan Register, dude.
Slipped right out of those paper hands.
Yeesh. Fuck it. If you see him out, dude, throw him a football. It'll go right through and hit him right in the face.
It was like a dead bird wing,
Paper
right?
Hands. Yes.
Just kind of.
Paper Hands Dan,
right
dude.
through.
Had to pay for some rent, man. Well.
Hey, look. And Dan, by the way, that's what I would have told you to do. Do not follow your dreams. Don't take a risk. Pay your fucking rent, right? So I think maybe my voice was in your head a little bit, and I love to hear it. I love to see it.
They're all getting raises, by the way. So that is unnecessary. Paper Hands Dan. Reed White says $10. Happy birthday. Love you both. We're super close to this flip phone here.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I think I'm going to get the Razer, the
crazy.
Razer flip phone now to go with my gold Timex watch that was $36 on Amazon. Yeah, they're all getting fucking raises, man. We signed a new deal with MyBookie.com, promo code Drinkin Bros. We'll double your deposit over there. We bet on all of the things. Almost every single day. Tonight, we bet on Ohio State. Jables is taking me out for my birthday tonight.
I am.
For a little bit of seafood here in North Carolina, and we're going to watch the Ohio State game. So I got money on that on MyBookie.com. They're going to be with us for... I think 2 years. I think we signed a 2-year deal. And that being said, Papa Giorgio, his UFC show is on Drinkin Bros Sports. So he's going to get a hosting fee as well as producing fees.
Oh,
and then,
good for him.
And then Dan is going to be on there. Paper Hands Dan is going to be doing all of our March Madness coverage. We're going to the Final Four in Indianapolis. I think we're trying to book McAfee then too as well. And then... once that ends, he'll be doing golf. Now, it's going to be a weird year because Tigray is not going to be playing golf for a very long time.
Yeah.
I read the injury report last night, and I was like, oh, boy. When the bone is... So it was his right leg. When the bone is coming out of your thigh, because your thigh... When you break your... Is it what, tibula? Is that what it's called? Tibula, fibula. There's two of them.
Yep.
Who knows?
One of those?
Not a doctor.
Sure.
Never pretended to be. Pretended to be a patient, but never a doctor. And that's important. The top part of his leg was broken in half and the bone was through that. The bottom part of his leg was also broken in half.
Femur. Yeah.
It's connected to the knee bone. And can we just call it that instead of all the fancy names? That bone was sticking out of that part of his body, and then his ankle was shattered. They barely had a leg. What I got from it after reading that report was that he now has a robotic leg. They had to put a rod inside both. The whole thing is a metal leg, essentially. Screws, pins, you name it. But they weren't ruling it out, that he wouldn't be able to come back after like a year and play golf again. He's 45 years old. He already had horrific back injuries, along with a brand new robotic leg. I don't see that it is possible. He's definitely not going to play the rest of this year, which sucks for us fans of Tiger and golf, obviously. But the wherewithal, $9.99 from Thomas Flynn. We're getting so close to that Razer, baby.
You guys, this is insane.
Razer phone, flip phone for Daddy. They had a full press conference last night, and they said, look, he was clear, he was lucid, no drinking was involved, no drugs were involved. It was literally, he was late for...
Didn't test.
They didn't blood test him, but they also didn't have a reason to. Because when...
I'm just saying that they are saying that there was no impairment. They have no actual proof.
I will believe this, and I'll tell you why. when they were pulling him out of when he was trapped inside of his car, because they had to get the jaws of life to get him out of there, he was having a full normal conversation with the police officer. And the police officer was like, dude, this guy clearly didn't know what is happened to him, and his bones were sticking out through like 9 different places and shit. He was having a normal conversation of like, hey man, I think I can, apparently he goes, hey, I think I can get out if I can just have a hand. And the police officer was like, no, can't do that.
But
and
doesn't
he goes,
that make you feel like he was kind of on something, maybe an adrenaline sort of kicked in at that point?
I think when you're in shock, I sprained my ankle really bad. You were there. Moose 94, $20. Yes. Razer phone, flip bone. I sprained my ankle really bad and you were there, right? Uh-huh. It was a weird situation. You had taken half of a couch away and my legs didn't touch the ground. I'm a giant man, and this couch that she had taken away, I couldn't touch the ground.
Sounds like the Obama breaking that kid's nose story.
It is kind of. And my leg fell asleep and I got up and I sprained my ankle. Terrible story. Very much like Tiger Woods, right? Anyways, with that being said, you go into shock. I was in a lot of pain. I knew exactly what was going on, right? Uh-huh. He had bones sticking out of all of his shit. Yes.
You were shivering.
I thought I'd broke it. And I was very close. It was very close to being broken. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting cold. I'm shivering. Tiger Woods had 9 bones sticking out of his leg and had a full conversation with the police officer. And he asked for 3 things in this press conference. He's yeah, man, it was super weird. He goes, he asked for 3 things. Can you grab my suitcase out of the trunk, my golf clubs, and then call my agent?
Yeah.
If you're on hardcore drugs and oxys and shit, you're not thinking about anything like that. So
you don't know in shock, though. You don't know that adrenaline doesn't take over all of that. And the pain is still taken away. But I get it. Look,
if you're
fine.
on oxys and you crash your car, you'd probably just want to go to sleep in that fucking thing, to be honest with you.
Maybe. I don't know. But again, having gone through it with you.
Yeah. Yes.
From your foot falling asleep and then you just falling on the ground.
And
right
almost
and
breaking my ankle.
And spraining your ankle. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was black, and huge bruise. I thought I was going to die.
Screaming.
Shivering, yes, and screaming.
Yeah.
That was a simple.
Sure.
It ended up being a high ankle sprain. It lasted like fucking 8 weeks, right? His bones were sticking out of all of his orifices.
I mean,
there was one I heard. There was a bone out of his asshole. I don't know because I wasn't there. There was a bone sticking out of his asshole.
Came right out. Yeah.
His whole coccyx came out. They said his penis and balls were removed from his body and they were on the dashboard.
Sure.
They had slammed up against the dashboard and they hit so fast that the airbag didn't deploy and stop the dick and balls. That's all I heard. Uh-huh. But to have a conversation like that, grab my golf clubs, my luggage out of the back, and then call my agent. There's no way. So I actually believe this one. I'm not going to go down the road of like, hey man, I just, that's a little much for me.
Right.
If you're on oxys and all that other crazy shit, you roll over it was 700 feet. He rolled down this ravine. If you're on oxys, you're just going to bed. If you're sleep, because he was on his side too. So like, you're just going nine. Yeah. You're going nine if you're on some hardcore drugs. So, and I also, again, this goes back to the Springsteen thing. I also want to respect the fact that the police were like, because the police officer said, dude, as soon as I saw his face, I knew who he was. I knew it was Tiger Woods. I want to respect the fact that, look, no one got hurt. He did it on his own. He was the only person involved in the crash. That was it. No harm, no foul. No need to kick him while he's down and you know he's probably going to have a robotic leg for the rest of his life. There's no need to then on top of it be like, well, the people need to know the truth that he was on whatever. Like, no, they don't. So even if he was, I think we're all good. Tiger Woods has given enough joy to the world that if he crashed his vehicle down a ravine, more than likely ended his career and will never play golf again and has a robotic leg and had a bone sticking out of his asshole, we don't need to take a blood sample at that point.
Okay.
I'm all good with it.
Okay.
You know? So whoever those cops were, wink, wink.
Right.
You did the right thing on that one. Now the
and
guy...
also, like, that's not the most important thing right now. The most important thing is getting him the fuck out of the car and to the hospital, right? Like, you're not like, hang on, let me make sure you can sign this warrant so I can take blood from you right now. Like,
yeah.
You know, so I get it. I get all of it. I get all of it.
And look, man, there isn't a dude alive in this world, especially in America, that doesn't at some point idolize Tiger Woods or love Tiger Woods or whatever. Like, man, you don't want to see that shit. And if you see him all fucked up at the bottom of a ravine, bones sticking out of his asshole and all that stuff,
just take him to the hospital.
Just take him to the hospital. They did the right thing. So whoever that cop was, man, tip of the cap to you, sir. That's the right move. Even though my dislike for Springsteen now because of all the political shit, same thing in New Jersey, man. That fucking park ranger didn't need to do that bullshit. When that BAC came back at fucking .02, fuck you, dude. And
Bro,
if the story was
half a beer, dude.
Yes, and if the story was true that some fans waved at him, and he pulled his motorcycle over, and they asked him to do a shot of tequila with him, badass, dude. Let him go on his way. Unless he downed the entire bottle in front of your face. Fuck off to that park ranger. And now Springsteen got lippy and said, hey, you're not going to arrest the working man like this. I'll
and that may have been.
Beat you in front of your friends.
That may have been. He might have been a little, oh, me? You really going to do this to me? You know what I mean? I don't know. Look, I don't know.
If he would have smashed the guitar on the ground in front of his face and said, I'll take the neck of this Gibson and I'll stab you and your whole fucking family. Like if Springsteen would have said that and did that, then yeah, take him to jail.
Right.
Doubtful he did at 71 years old.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And with Tiger, did the right thing. I still live by the old school rules, man. Hey, man, no harm, no foul. If nobody's fucking injured or bleeding or whatever, it's the same rule we have with our kids. Let's get back up and figure it out. You know? Let's not fucking snitch on people. We don't need snitches anymore. We have enough of those snitches out in the world.
Yeah.
We have enough snitchery out there that I don't need a fucking park ranger or a cop in the richest city in California to say, I think I'll take a blood test. I bet you the world's wondering what happened to Tiger Woods.
I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to show everybody why he crashed. Doesn't matter now.
No, doesn't matter
out.
now. Bone sticking out of his asshole.
We do know that Tiger loves a script, right? So
yeah.
Back surgery. He's really loving that prescription they gave him. Leg surgery. How does he come back from having that many scripts filled?
Correct. Yes.
You know, I don't know, but Godspeed. I think he should just kind of announce and be fucked up on pills and just sort of let it go at this point. But you guys all are really wanting a comeback as usual. So I hope that he gives that
if
to you
he comes
guys.
back and wins a fucking Masters again or something like that, he's Jesus Christ. He can walk on water. And I say you give Tiger a free pass forever, but also get a fucking driver, bro. Get a fucking driver. The last story that I wanted to talk about, I forget you don't have Twitter, which makes me love you more actually, because it's a hellhole and you don't need that in your life.
Yeah, I don't even know what Twitter is.
Exactly. We're taking things so far in this country as far as fucking race, gender, and all of this bullshit. I talked about it on the Ross Patterson Uncirced podcast last night about the brawny strength. Strength has no gender is their new hashtag. It does have a gender and it's male. I go off on a fucking 20-minute rant about it. The new one today, this morning, that I couldn't believe, and I had to get a reputable news source, so I'm just going to read it here off of my Twitter, off my phone, because this is the Associated Press, and they just kind of print news still, sort of, sometimes. But Mr. Potato Head.
Okay.
Mr. Potato Head, Jessie, is no longer a Mr. Hasbro, the company that makes the potato-shaped plastic toy, is giving the Spud a gender-neutral name, Potato Head. The change will appear on boxes this year, and you can look forward to that. So I know a lot of you out there, because a lot of our listeners are parents. I'm a parent. I've saved my children from numerous natural disasters.
Did you need to think about it?
No, I didn't. But
Okay.
I was deciding if I was going to include you after this last natural disaster. I was like, no, I'm not going to, obviously. As a parent, what I was most concerned about is if they were going to take the Mister off the Potato Head. And because I wanted it to be a gender that we figure out with the potato.
Yeah. They're also finding retail stores that have boy and girl sections of toys that are separated.
What?
Yeah. So now there's a new, I forget where it is or where it started, but in retail stores, they are no longer allowed to have like boy section of toys and girl section. It has to all just be together as one.
Yeah. Yep. And this is what I said last night. If you want to have no genders, let's include it for sports. All of it. All of the things. Movers, lumberjacks, everything. Women won't have a fucking job. They won't have a fucking job. So if that's what we're going to do is just have everything genderless, great. Then I guess there's no need. They'll be smarter than us. There's a lot of women that are smarter that can do shit.
That's what I always said about this movement is like, man, we were almost...
Yeah.
We were almost there, right? Women's movement, women's lib, Me Too. Me Too. We were almost there. We were almost about to be like, okay, we're good. We get it. You can be all these things. And then that was taken away because you can't even call us women anymore. And so it is what it is. You know I don't care about any of that shit.
If you don't want a gender, Jabes, then fucking go upstairs and move that sleeper sofa 2 floors down and just take it out to the dumpster.
You joke. But you know I've done that.
Grab your girlfriends and just grab we'll get you some White Claw. You guys can bro out and just do all the heavy lifting. I'm done lifting heavy shit. And I'm going to tell women to do it now to their face when I'm out. Hey, sir, can you help me with this? No, we don't have genders anymore. So you can do that on your own. What is that? A 50-foot ladder? Throw it over your shoulder. You're fine. I think you'll be fine.
Well, thankfully, I'm prepared for this time. I love a Home Depot. I
You
carry
are.
stuff for myself. I put stuff together.
Yes.
But that's what I was doing to get ahead for my gender. And now it's like, man, what the fuck? Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Doesn't matter because Laverne Cox would come in and fucking bench that couch as a woman.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, but I can't do. Oh, okay.
Do you know how many times in my life I've been asked to move something or, hey, can you help with this? Because you're a strong guy. You're a big, strong guy. You got big muscles.
I think you're adding stuff that they're saying.
No, they've said like
they don't just say, can you help me with this?
No.
Okay.
They go into graphic descriptions of my body parts.
Yes.
Hey, you're a big, strong guy. Can you help me out with this?
Sure.
You've got huge, rippling triceps and biceps that, oh my God, if I died in your arms, I would be the happiest person on the planet. You're so strong. I bet you could pick up my car as well as move my house over to a better lot with a better view. That's how strong your whole entire body looks. I've gotten that a lot.
Sure. And then what happens?
I move their shit. I save their lives. And then they usually write me forever. And I have to block them on all accounts because I move something heavy for them. And they're so grateful. They're so fucking grateful for me.
But what you're saying now is you're not going to do that anymore.
No.
Okay.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
So the next time I get that, somebody says that to my face, hey, you're a big, strong guy with a barrel chest, just ball-crushing abs. Mm-hmm. You're shredded like a pair of 1980s jeans at a Def Leppard concert. You're jacked up like an El Camino in a Mexican's front yard. Can you come and lift this heavy thing? Can you open my pickle jar? I got to get my sweet dills out of here for lunch. I'm on a diet. I'm going to say, no, I can't fucking do that.
Okay.
I'm all done.
Okay.
Because you can do it yourself. There's a potato head now. No mister on it. In the other room for your kids. You don't see gender. I don't see gender. Open up the fucking jar yourself and then move all of your furniture by yourself. There's a company that's very popular called 2 Men in a Truck. Nope. It's 2 genderless humans in a truck. And I better see all fucking girls on my next move. Because if not, I'm going to call 2 Men in a Truck and say, hey, guys.
Not cool. Not cool,
All the
bros.
genders can do the same thing.
Yes.
So send over women. And I will sit there on my fat ass drinking fucking Bud Heavies, smoking Reds, and just watch all these women move my furniture. We should move from this place, get another one just so we can watch them move and then put the video up. Charles Ham says, new listener since you guys moved to Austin. Get that phone. Get that Razer phone.
Oh, you're going to have to get it now. Oh my gosh,
$100.
$100.
We're there. I think we're like
Gigi, what did Gigi say?
$69.69. She says, thanks for the entertainment, dude. And get an old school beeper as well.
Yeah, I want a car phone too. Do you know what I mean? That's the only way you can get it.
Now that I can get you for
completely
$40. I bet I can get you for $40. So.
I would love it.
Yeah. This new flip phone, Razer phone, though, I'm gonna have to get now, and that's new me, new year, new me. No gender. It is a gold Timex watch. Because I'm rich and I'm wearing gold Timex watches that are $36 from Amazon with the Uniglow option.
Okay.
And it's got the seconds on here.
Okay.
So look at that. 32, 33. And they count in a row.
Right.
32, 33, 34 seconds. This is luxury.
Why wouldn't they?
This is being rich. And now I'm going to have a flip phone. Don't bother me. I'm talking to my broker, getting more stonks.
Love to see it.
I'm on the phone with New York.
Love to hear it.
I can't do any of the things. Yes, I have long distance. I'm on a long distance phone call.
Yeah.
Do you not see me? I'm on a long distance phone call right now, Jessie, with New York to my stonk broker.
Right.
And I am placing an order for him to go and purchase more stonks for me. Yeah.
Nice.
So I feel good about it.
You should. I mean, we're going to have to, am I going to have to go pick up this phone for you?
You might.
You got to work.
I
got to
work.
See it. Work it, girl.
Move that thing. I wonder how Hasbro stock is doing today.
Probably fine.
Probably through the roof now that we don't see genders on the potatoes anymore, because it's a plastic potato that was just misidentified as a man all these years. Now it's just a potato.
It's like it's like I can have my head in the sand for so long until I go, God damn it. It does really get to me sometimes, but put it inward. Don't care. I don't care. My kids don't have Mr. Potato Head. They don't fucking care. Like,
do they not have it because you were pissed off that it was identified as a man?
No, I think, or maybe that was given to them. So they have an old school vintage that I guess you can't find anymore. So I'm going to actually take that away from them so I can keep it and make money off of it later because you won't actually be able to find it anymore.
Yeah.
So they did have a Mr. Potato Head. They will no longer have one just because mom wants to keep it in good condition so I could get money for it. So, yeah, I mean, if there's an upside to everything and if they're changing genders of stuff and you know, Barbies are going to be worth a lot of money. Yeah, no problem. I'll take it away from them.
Yeah.
Keep it safe.
Yeah.
Make a bunch of M&A.
That's where we're at, kids. We're taking away all the genders. So we're all done with that. Bathrooms, I want all of them changed, by the way. I want to start pissing in a girl's bathroom. It's cleaner.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really not.
It is.
There's a lot more journeys that women go through in the bathroom.
Go to any
There's
office
a lot more journeys
in America. Every dude goes and sneaks into the woman's bathroom to take a shit.
Okay, if you're in an office building, maybe.
Yeah.
But literally everywhere else, don't do it.
I mean,
a bar, a restaurant, a like department store,
sure.
CVS, anything like this.
Sure.
The women's bathroom with stalls and stuff. Don't do it. There's going to be stuff coming out of the trash can that you don't understand, in the toilet you don't understand, on the floor you don't understand. I mean,
a lot of blood.
A lot of journeys.
A lot of menstruations going down.
A lot of journeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of red water. A little chum in that water.
Okay, stop.
Sorry, Jessie, but I don't see genders anymore. And you shouldn't either. And I appreciate you being with us here today. You can guess who the Mr. and the Mrs. is in this relationship. We don't identify it as that. We're just the Patterson family. Yeah. That's all we are.
Yeah.
Do we switch? Maybe it's my birthday today. Maybe I put a strap on her.
Okay.
It's my birthday.
All right.
If
Whatever you want.
If I want to get pegged on my birthday, you should allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
I will.
Happy 33rd birthday, Ross.
I will. You heard it here, folks.
Here's a strap on.
I'm going to get in that plane. See ya.
Oh, we got the Air Force armies going overhead.
Yeah.
It's crazy out there. I could go on forever, but instead we have another show after this. We've Drinkin Bros fake news, so stay tuned to this on this very YouTube channel right now that they don't allow anyone to see. And it's just all kind of made up unless you press a like button. What they did say was turn on the notifications. So there's a bell in the top right of your thing. And they were like, turn on the notification bell. That'll help.
But everybody knows that and they all have it on. And still people are like, I didn't get the notification. I'm subscribed, notifications, everything. And they still don't get it. So,
The Hawk is saying the Ross Peggerson revolution. That's a nice thing.
I love it.
It's a nice thing.
I love it.
Who knows what's going to happen tonight? We might switch the gender up and I might get pegged. I don't care. As long as there's a potato head in the bed with me that doesn't have a fucking gender. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, leave a quick review. That helps move us on up the charts. We were really high yesterday. We were, like number 30 in the world yesterday.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were really high.
Well, yeah, probably that too. But the show was really high yesterday. A bunch of people were leaving reviews and all that other stuff. And it was one of our the highest downloaded episodes of all time. Go there because that's how you get exposure. And Tim Cook wants all your information on that shit. So just leave a 5-star review. And you can tell me to go fuck myself or how hot my wife is. I don't care. Just do it, and that'll move us on up the charts. You guys did it. I'm gonna get a Razer phone. I'm gonna get a flip phone for my birthday to go with my gold watch, so I can purchase more Stonks. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion, everyone. Buenos tardes.
Good afternoon.
And I think you have to get up now and turn off the thing.
I know,
right?
it's kind of like you
weird,
say bye
right?
to someone and then you're still walking next to them.
I feel like we're clapping for another encore, and it's like, are they going to come out or are they going to turn the fucking lights on? Yeah. Is the concert